Well, hello there, all you Filipinars listeners and followers. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. We hope that you're all doing well. And of course, as you know, Filipinars is brought to you by the PNANV, or the Philippine Nurses Association of Nevada, in collaboration with PHLV Radio. So thank you so much for joining us. Maraming salamat po. So even though we live here in the USA, we still keep ourselves abreast of what's going on back home in the Philippines. And we all know that our kababayans have many, many needs. And poverty is one of them, is one of those issues. So we try to help as best as we can in one way or another. And this is why we have invited some very special people here today to talk about their organization. It's called Gawad Kalinga USA. Please let us welcome Mr. Louis Gosioco and Ms. Luz Micabalo. Welcome.
Thank you, Doris.
Thank you, Doris.
Oh, you're welcome. We haven't had you here for a while. I know Tita Luz here has been here for a while, for numerous times, right?
The longest time.
Yeah. Okay, so I know that you are, very well known in the community, but let us give a little introduction of yourselves. Let's start with you.
Well, I'm Louis Gosioco. I'm the current area director for Gawad Kalinga in Las Vegas. Mm-hmm. The official name of Gawad Kalinga is GK1 World Foundation, doing business as Gawad Kalinga USA. So I've been involved with Gawad Kalinga since 2005. The first time I heard about it, I researched about it a lot, tried to talk with people who are involved in it, just to make sure that is this an organization that is legit, or are the funds being pocketed, or I wanted to make sure about the integrity of the organization.
Very good.
The moment I was able to determine that it's really a great organization run by great people whose heart is really to help the poor, my wife and I decided to jump in and be part of GK.
Very good. And you are a realtor you work as a realtor, right?
Yes, by profession, I'm a broker.
Okay,
yes.
You're a broker. Okay, well, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Doris.
Thank you for coming. And of course, who doesn't know Tita Luz? Luz Micabalo. They call you Tita. I shouldn't call you Tita because we're almost the same.
Well, you can call me Ate.
Ate. Yeah, they're still calling me Ate, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll go with Ate. So, Ms. Luz Micabalo here is a retired nurse, right?
Right.
And so she's involved in a lot of community projects, but go ahead and tell us your involvement with Gawad Kalinga.
Okay. Well, the first time I heard about Gawad Kalinga was in 2003. And then I told my husband about the program or the organization. And he was, okay. He listened. But then the owner, the founder, Tony Belotto, I mentioned, and then he was here in the United States, and we got to meet him in one of the meetings, and my husband was impressed with him, and right away decided to donate a parcel of our land in the Philippines to build houses in Roqueta, Misamis Occidental. And that's how we started getting involved in Gawad Kalinga. We built about 30 houses in the beginning. Wow. And now it's 31 houses.
Wow,
so,
that's pretty awesome. Yeah. And, Luz is also involved with HFAN, which is Healthy Film-Nayon, right?
Yes.
And the, what's the name of your foundation?
The Filipino-American Charity Foundation.
Correct.
I founded it in 2001 when I moved here in Las Vegas from New York.
Yes. So she is a permanent fixture of our community.
Yes.
So, and now we're getting to know Louis here. So, okay. So let's talk about Gawad Kalinga. And I guess this is a very deep Tagalog dialect. Gawad Kalinga means
to give care.
To give care. Right? Okay. So I didn't know that. I said, that's for sure not Ilocano because I'm Ilocano.
Right.
Okay. So can you tell us about the Gawad Kalinga organization? Tell us the history.
Basically, the root of Gawad Kalinga, it started way back in 1995. It started with Tito Tony Melotto and some youth together they wanted to see how they could help the less fortunate. So they were actually going in the evening, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, early in the morning,
Wow.
to Bagong Silang, Caloocan, which is a known place for killings and drugs and everything.
Yeah.
But they just wanted to share their hearts with our less fortunate kababayans. So they simply brought meals in the evening, just started talking with the youth to try to, to embrace them and love them for what they are and to see how they could be helped. So that's how it started, and then it was in 2003 that it officially became Gawad Kalinga Community Development Foundation in the Philippines.
Okay.
And then in the U.S., like in Las Vegas,
But the one in the Philippines is not government based, right? It's
No,
It's community based, right?
No. The government has no role in
role in
Gawad
that.
Kalinga,
Okay.
except that if there's a request for a village in a particular community and we don't have privately donated land,
Uh-huh.
then we ask land from the local government unit. So if
Wow.
they decide to help, then we say yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's good. So you were saying about the U.S., the Gawad
So-
Kalinga USA.
So
Go ahead.
in the U.S., so it also started in conjunction back in 2003. But before, in 2003, it was still operating under the name of ANCOP, Answering the Cry of the Poor. But it was in 2009 that it was changed into GK One World Foundation, doing business as Gawad Kalinga
Gawad
USA,
Kalinga.
which is a 501c3 not registered nonprofit organization.
Okay. And you are still sort of affiliated with the original Gawad Kalinga in the Philippines, correct?
Yes. So we work independently with the GKCFDI in the Philippines, but in conjunction with them. So we're the lead partner organization. So,
okay.
and the GK USA was very instrumental in helping build more than 3,000 communities in the Philippines.
Wow.
Right.
That's pretty awesome. So, you have anything to add to that, Luz?
And I think the Phil-Am community in Las Vegas have contributed to the many GK houses that Louis built through you.
No.
Through you.
Yeah, so Las Vegas in total, we've built 9 villages already.
Wow.
Each village is a minimum of 20 homes. So the seven of the villages have 20 homes each. And then the village spearheaded by Tita Luz and Tito Micabalo, they have 31 homes.
Wow.
And then we have another village in Guagua, Pampanga, spearheaded by Dr. June and Joy Salas. That's 20 homes, but it became 35 homes because a partner or donor from Canada was very happy when he saw the village. He decided to add another 15. So altogether, it became 35 homes. So altogether, Las Vegas has built about 206 homes.
Okay. Well, I am very, very intrigued about, what you do. So, tell me again about the mission. I guess this is just part of the mission and vision of the whole organization, right? Do you have other
Yes.
activities?
Yes, the mission and vision actually of Gawad Kalinga as a whole is really empowering and building up many communities all over the Philippines, such that all the communities helping one another will be able to rebuild the Philippines starting from the ground up. Starting from the poorest among the poor,
Yes.
not coming from the top, but
Yeah.
a top-down system coming from the poorest among the poor up. And just to give an idea, the goal of Gawad Kalinga as a whole is to be in every barangay in the Philippines. So I don't know if you're aware, but there are more than 42,000 barangays in the
I
Philippines.
did not know that count.
And right now, GK is already in about 21,475
Wow.
barangays.
That's awesome.
Yes. It doesn't mean that we'll have homes in every barangay.
Yes.
So what GK has been doing the past several years is they will send a team of volunteers, invite 100 to 150 of the poorest among the poor families. And now we start giving them values formation and training. transforming their values such that a poor family or a poor individual is no longer by himself, but is now part of that large group of 100 to 150 families that they now learn to help one another.
One another.
Instead of
Okay.
fighting against each other, they're now supporting each other.
That's a very good way to get started, because it's very difficult to say this, but even amongst the Filipinos, there's a lot of rift going on, right? I mean,
crab
everybody has their own
mentality.
agenda and like, oh, I'm pushing this and I'm pushing that, but there's really nothing that cohesively gets them all together to have that one goal. So I applaud you for that. That's awesome.
I think we have to mention that the Philippine Nurses of Nevada contributed towards building homes. Gawad Kalinga. That was
Yes.
many years ago.
Yes.
Yeah, many years ago.
Yes.
Many years ago. So I mean, this is a very awesome project. But so how do you get you get the funds, and then you get the volunteers to scout where it's mostly needed, and then when you build the houses, are they all volunteer work, or how does that work?
So basically, the beneficiaries, they're required to donate 1,000 hours so that they get their home free. But now, actually, that requirement has been increased to 1,500 hours for a family to get the home for free. They're there to help build a neighbor's home, not their own home. So, but in reality, when we go to a particular site, if there's no beneficiary who has no carpentry or masonry skills, then we send a team of volunteers or some paid workers to help train them first for the first 2 homes.
Oh.
And then all the rest of the homes will be built by them.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Do you have anything going on in La Union? That's where I'm from.
I don't know. We'll have to check from
Okay.
the main office in Manila. Basically, the only thing stopping us is funds and also donated land, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
only build on donated land.
Oh, okay.
So either from private, from families who want to donate a piece of land, or we'll ask a local government unit. But as you know, not everyone in the government is cooperative.
That's true. That is very true. So, what are the other programs or projects of Gawad Kalinga? I know you said you have the home building.
Yes. So
And-
the homes, just to give you an idea, we build them a minimum of 20 homes in a village. But in one community, it could be composed of several villages. Like the latest one that Las Vegas built in Hilongas, Leyte, the community is composed of 40 homes. 20 homes were funded by Las Vegas, and then the other 20 homes were funded by other donors from other states. So, like for instance, during the Typhoon Haiyan, Las Vegas also were able to fund 20 homes in Dulag, Leyte, but that particular community where Las Vegas built, it's composed of 88 homes. And during
Yeah.
the Typhoon Haiyan, actually, GK has built about 500 homes in
Different
the Leyte
areas.
area.
in the Leyte
So
area. Okay.
each of these homes are very small homes. They're about 290 square feet, which translates to about 1.5 car garage in the U.S. But we build them high so that the poor family can eventually develop their second floor.
Their second floor. Oh,
So that's
wow.
the housing component. So health and well-being, we train residents to take care of the basic health needs, nutrition, and also, being clean so that they don't
Hygiene
get
and
the
all that, right?
waterborne diseases, etc. So we have that. That's our Yamang Kalusugan, and then we also
Are you involved with this portion of it, the Yaman Kalusugan, you said?
yes.
More or less.
More or less, right? I know you do some missions there too, right?
Yes.
So-
You know, with our village, we have scholars, and that's one of the project of Gawad Kalinga.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of the scholars that we had, we sent to school, college, and now he owns a car. I was surprised last year when he told me, I heard, Tita Luz, that you're coming home. can I pick you up at the airport? I said, what? You have a car? Yes, tita. And
Wow.
because he graduated the Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, and the government sent him to Israel to learn more about agriculture. And now he's teaching at TESDA.
Wow. And this is all
True.
through Gawad
Gawad
Kalinga.
Kalinga.
Yes.
Wow,
Yes.
that's awesome. So that's the schooling part. You have the nutrition part and the hygiene part for health, right?
Right, and
Okay,
we
what
also
else do you have?
we also bring clean water to communities that don't have clean water, again to prevent waterborne diseases,
Sure,
etc. In the Philippines, it's called Daloy ng Pag-asa. Here in the U.S., it's called Springs of Hope.
Daloy ng Pag-asa.
Yes,
Okay.
here in the U.S. it's called Springs of Hope. And then another program that we have is the Seed Scholarship Program, or we call it Seed Philippines. It stands for School for Experiential and Entrepreneurial Development. So
Oh,
it's a
okay.
3-month crash course program that the young individual becomes a part of. After 3 months, they're expected to manage a small community food farm. So,
Okay.
so it's a short course program that is accredited by TESDA. It used to be 2 years, but then we compressed it to make it 3 months, such that after 3 months, a young guy or gal is already able to make money and is able to develop a farm but manage it like a business.
Like a business.
Because a lot of our farmers until now are among the poorest, among the poor in the
True.
Philippines, because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the funding, and everything. So the seed scholars, the seed graduates, will also manage several of these communities. So they
Wow.
also mentor the current farmers that we have in the Philippines. So it's very progressive. As of last year, we've graduated more than 1,500 scholars already.
That's
Yes,
nice.
yeah.
That's great.
The first month it's a live-in, so they'll be living in the place where they will be trained. So the
Okay.
first whole month, the last 2 months, then they would stay from their home and just go to the schools. So the government has been closing a lot of agriculture schools in the Philippines. GK is actually building many agriculture schools through the SEED program. When I say schools, these are not physical big schools. Sometimes they could just use the shed of a barangay or
Sure,
something, but
sure.
they will do their teaching and training over there.
Uh-huh.
And then we have another program called Kusina ng Kalinga.
Kusina ng Kalinga.
That's
Okay.
feeding of the poor children, those studying public schools, and also the street children. They're age 12 and younger. And we reach a point that we were feeding more than 150,000 children every day.
Wow.
As of last year, I think it's back down to about 100-something thousand. Because everything, again, is based on the amount of donations we
The
get.
amount of donations. Okay. And so your project about, teaching some people for farming. Okay. So that goes to maybe a farm to table type of
Kinda. It becomes their source of income and also the food that they will
the
eat.
food that they will eat.
By the
right.
way, each of the communities that we build, most of them, not all of them, depending on the land that was donated, most of them we teach them to build their own bayan anihan. Which is community farming. We
Yeah.
teach them to plant 5 basic vegetables, and we teach them organic farming. That's where also the government steps in when we need a government employee from the Department of Agriculture to train them on how to do organic compost, etc.
Right.
So the government has some role in a sense, like for instance, we have a landslide. Then we ask the Department of Geosciences and Mines to pinpoint another good relocation site. Because, of course, if they have mudslides over here, why will you build their new homes there? So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
those are the roles of the government. Nothing financial. They don't touch any money because we know
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
know how that goes.
Right.
But you said a word that was very, I think I kind of know it. Bayanihan.
Bayan anihan.
Bayanihan. Ani for us in
For-
Ilocano means to reap something.
Correct,
Right?
correct.
Okay.
The harvest. Right?
Harvest. Harvest. Yes. Yes.
Because everything about GK is really how to be a real living hero, not one of our dead heroes.
Yes.
Because each of us are capable of really becoming a hero to the less fortunate.
Correct, correct.
correct.
You have your own skills. You just need to find them and find your interest. And, it's kind of like here. I mean, a lot of us could be retired, but we're not. We're still working. We still have an interest in doing something. So,
Right.
you could dig deep into your
And-
heart and say, what am I good?
Yes.
What good can I do, right?
And GK really is that binding organization that will also bring peace in the Philippines. We started with the work in Mindanao. We call it Highway of Peace back in 2005. We call it Highway of Peace because it was in that particular highway that a bus was ambushed and all the Christians were killed.
Oh, wow.
But instead of retaliating against Muslims, GK encouraged and convinced our armed forces that no, let's not retaliate against the evil act that they did. Instead, let's go there. Let's try to build peace. Let's try to patch the bullet holes in their mosques. And let's try to show them we're here to care for you and love you.
Wow.
Because of that initiative back in 2005. In Mindanao, now I would guess we probably have more than 500 villages. And we have many villages where Christians and Muslims
Live
live
together. Yeah.
So back in 2007, there were 17 of us from Las Vegas. We went on a GK build for 1 week in the Philippines. And one of the villages we visited, it wasn't built yet, but we were there to help start the building process in Quezon Junior. When we were going up the hill, all of a sudden there were NPA people, and our guide said, just say hello, kabayan, because it was only last week that we were able to convince the military that we don't need their presence anymore, that we could maintain the peace in the area.
So, this is really the true impact of Gawad Kalinga, and all the stories that you're telling. It's really something that tugs to the heartstrings, because this is a huge impact on everyone. What you guys are doing, right?
And
Yes.
Louis, you can mention the disaster preparedness and recovery. Walang iwanan.
Yes. We call it Operation Walang Iwanan.
No left behind.
Yeah,
no one left behind.
behind.
Right?
Basically, in essence, every time we have a calamity in the Philippines, you don't see it on TV, but most
Right.
of the time it's GK who's one of the first to respond. Because remember, we have more than 3,000 villages already scattered all over the Philippines. And the beneficiaries that we've helped before, they're very gung-ho and they're the first to volunteer whenever there's a calamity, because they already have embraced the culture of caring and sharing.
Caring and sharing. Wow. It's really something. It really is. So here in the U.S., or specifically here in our community, in our area, do you work with organizations, and how do they give you support?
Well, Filipino-American Charity Foundation is a 501c3 and
Yeah.
also tax exempt, Nevada tax exempt. And we appeal, like for example, in disaster calamities, PACF, this acronym, ask other organizations like Philippine Nurses Association, Lions Club, Philippine-American Association of Nevada. We send emails to all our leaders of this organization and request for assistance. And whatever money they send to us is tax deductible.
Right.
And
right.
and they are given whatever funds we collect or they donate to us we send to reputable organizations in the Philippines, like in Maui.
Yes,
we have to
yes.
search for reputable organizations there.
that can handle
Haiyan,
the monies, right?
Yes, Yolanda. Personally, we went there ourselves and saw the disasters that happened to that community. One village was completely wiped out, in Yolanda, Haiyan.
Yeah.
And that's what we do, because the mission of PACF is charity and service to humanity.
Yes.
And
yes.
so far, we have been successful in getting the cooperation of other organizations to donate to us.
To donate
and
to
we
you.
appreciate that.
And then you segue it to Gawad Kalinga.
Yes. Gawad Kalinga is one of our donors.
Donors? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
That's good. We do have seminars. The Filipino Association holds 2 seminars a year, and we identify a charity that we would support for each seminar. It's possible, hopefully next year. I'm part of the education committee, so let me see what we can do. So
Maybe
yes.
we could present to them.
yes, that would be great. We give our charity some airtime. Actually, we're having a seminar, this coming Saturday, but we're supporting a different charity at this point. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so I know you're here because I want you to tell us what are the activities that you have planned.
Our first activity, Tita Luz, do you want to share about
Here in Las Vegas?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Hope Ball.
Well, there, the first, I could say that, the first Hope Ball was
Hope
held
Ball.
was held in 2011 here in Las Vegas. The hotel is now not there anymore.
Monte Carlo, I think.
Monte Carlo.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes. And we had the big shots of our Philippine government came over to attend the Hope Ball.
Okay.
Yeah. And then the second one, and then that started the Hope Ball all over the Philippines with Gawad Kalinga, followed by Houston, right?
Right.
And they were saying they had several Hope Balls.
During that first Hope Ball, we actually raised funds to build 150 homes.
Oh gosh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That
and you're
was
having
really
one here
Very,
on Friday,
Yes.
correct?
yes.
So, and it's going to be, where is it? At
Suncoast Hotel.
Suncoast Hotel.
Hope you can make it.
I'm not sure about that one because
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, maybe I'll come say.
And Johan's coming.
Oh, Johan
Right.
is coming? Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, so the Hope Ball here in Las Vegas is going to be held on Friday, October 24th at 6 o'clock at Suncoast Hotel and Casino, right? That's
Right,
close to my
right.
house, actually.
Correct. You can stop by, say hello, have dinner with us.
Looks like I might.
Yes.
Okay, and then what other ones do you have? I know you have one on Saturday that's going
The
on.
Pinoy Night.
You can mention.
The
Yeah.
GK Pinoy Night is an informal setting that it's a mini gaming night and dinner. It's really an informal setting so that everyone could get to know each other. And how anyone is involved or invite people to get involved in GK.
In GK, okay.
And then the
Golf?
on the 26th we have the GK Golf, which
Okay.
is being led by Tito Cid de la Cruz. So
okay.
there will be a lot of golfers. I don't
Yes.
remember how many. I think 80.
Around 40?
Oh,
40 golfers.
Oh, I thought it was
Wow.
more.
More. I think it's more.
Where is that going to be?
At the Highland
Falls in Sun City, Summerlin.
Okay, all right.
That's close.
I don't golf. My daughter does, but she's not going to be here. Well, next time. Yeah, next time. But yeah, so those are the activities that you're going to be having over this weekend. And
yes.
the purpose is to raise money and funds, for your projects.
Yes, raise awareness.
Raise awareness of Gawad Kalinga and what they're doing, and also to help support your projects, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's good. That's really pretty awesome. So, you said you had how many barangays?
21,475 already, the last count that I know of.
And you have volunteers then, right?
Yes, we have volunteers. So
You have a roster of them, or a list of them?
really, the volunteers are what really pushes GK
yeah.
forward. Just to give you an idea, when we called volunteers during the Typhoon Haiyan or Yolanda, we were able to get about 1.7 million volunteers.
Oh my God.
So every year we have a Bayani Challenge. The Bayani Challenge is we build many homes in several communities. It could be like 10, 20, 30 communities all at the same time. So it started with a few people, the Bayani Challenge. It evolved into hundreds and even thousands of volunteers.
Yeah.
When we have the Bayani Challenge, it used to be a 1-week event. It became now a couple of months.
Well, that goes to show you the actual culture and the actual, the attitude of the Filipino people, because you'll never get that number of volunteers in here if you want to go do a project. So I think it's that whole bayanihan aspect of our culture.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, the reason why we get so many involved is more and more people realize the integrity of the organization.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why all the major universities in the Philippines, they encourage their students to volunteer their time in our projects. So, in essence, the way we will eliminate eventually poverty is involving everyone. Government, school system, businesses, corporations, and regular individuals.
I love that, the integrity of the organization, and so now you're having all the schools, participate in your project, your trainings. So
yes,
wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty
when
good.
I think when I went to one of the Bayanihans in the Philippines, that's where I met Father Nebres.
Oh,
of
Father Ben
Ateneo.
Nebres is one of our board of directors. He's the head of Ateneo de Manila.
Ateneo de Manila.
Yes, because
Okay.
we want to make sure that the organization is also rooted in faith. We all believe that it's really God's work that we're doing. But our work is for anyone and everyone. No matter what religion an
Yes,
individual
yeah.
is, our only criteria is they must be the poorest among the poor.
Ah, okay. So your major mission is to alleviate, hopefully, or maybe lessen the poverty
Yes.
in the Philippines.
Yes.
So, which is a pretty big problem.
Yes.
We do know that. We do
Yes,
know
it
that.
is.
Yes.
It is. But there's hope.
Yes.
It's just a matter of having that faith and deciding instead of just listening to all the negative news that's happening in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Let's be part of that positive change
Correct.
and transformation of the Philippines.
Yes.
And it will happen.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned to you, right now we're in more than 21,000 barangays.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
than half.
Yeah. So how can the community help? How can we help? How can, give your message?
With the Hope Ball, we hope that there will be awareness among the community here in Las Vegas, and they will support projects of Gawad Kalinga. Because we hope they know, particularly the scholars that we have, they're the future of our country and the world, actually. So when we send poor children to schools and they finish college, they give back
Yeah.
when they know about, what we're doing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So if somebody wants to donate to your cause, how do they go about doing that?
So
Yeah.
they could donate through Zelle or write a check. But even before donation, what I'm asking for people is look up the website and then give me a call. My number is 702-372-9727.
Okay.
The reason I want that is I would rather that an individual understands completely first what GK is all about.
Right, right.
So that it's not just about the funds. It's about transformation that GK is doing.
Right.
Transformation not only of the beneficiaries, but of the partners or donors themselves.
Okay. And so your website is
gk-usa.org.
gk-usa.org. USA.org. Okay. Yeah, I've been to their website, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, it really, tugs your heartstrings because it shows you what they are doing. And, I would encourage everyone to go ahead and, check it out, and let's see what you can do. So,
Yes.
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. And so what's your message to the public?
Walang iwanan. Help us.
Help us, and walang iwanan. No
Walang
one left
iwanan.
behind,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Luz. And what's
My
your
message is each one of us individually can do something to help the less fortunate. We've had a GK club in Liberty High School in Silverado Ranch for the past 14 years, and these high school students have already built and funded about 6 homes.
Wow,
So,
here in Vegas?
Yes, the Liberty High
Liberty
School
High
GK
School.
Club. So we want to actually expand having more of these GK clubs in more high schools. That's why our goal is to help build the next gen. So
Next gen,
it's
yeah.
really
Yes, the
about
next
the
gen.
heart of the individual.
Yes,
We've had
yes.
volunteers that were 6, 8 years old that were able to build a home.
Oh, my goodness.
Like Tex Ona from Texas, he was able to build already 1 or 2 homes. It started that an insurance agent visited their home, and then he was doing some drawings. The agent asked, "What are you doing?" "Oh, I'm making some drawings to try to explain how I want to help the poor."
Oh, wow.
The insurance agent was very happy what he was doing. He donated $100. This excited the kid. He kept on making
Wow.
drawings and selling them to people, explaining why he was doing it.
Why he was
So
doing
there's always a way. There's another 10-year-old girl from, I think, Oregon. She's planting tomato plants and selling the tomato plants.
it. Wow.
And that's how she's funding home.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Awareness.
it's just a matter of deciding in your mind and in your heart, I want to be part of that change to help the less fortunate.
Yes.
And there is always a way.
Yes, there is always a way. That is for sure. So, well, thank you so much, Mr. Louis Gosioco
Thank
and
you.
Luz Micabalo for coming to our program today. And so your organization is definitely one that helps our country tremendously back in the Philippines, I say. And so thank you so much for all your efforts. And again, to repeat, if you want to help out and you want to know more about the organization, you can go to their website, which is gk-usa.org. And if you want to contact them, you can email them at contact@gk-usa.org and say that you want to be connected to the area director, who is actually Mr. Gosioco here, and who are, like in your community. So I'm broadcasting this because, we are actually being broadcasted elsewhere, not only here in Las Vegas. So, and also Gawad Kalinga is holding a gala fundraiser called the Hope Ball, which is going to be on Friday, October 24 at 6 p.m. at the Suncoast Hotel and Casino, and then followed by a Pinoy night on October 25th and a golf tournament on October 26th. You guys are going to be busy this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah. So we are showing this on screen now, and so please do what you can to support this organization's great cause. That is pretty awesome. And so to our audience, we leave you with this. Gawad Kalinga USA's mission is to uplift the Philippines as a nation to build a country that's full of hope. We envision a nation made up of sharing and caring communities dedicated to eradicating poverty and restoring human dignity. Gawad Kalinga USA has significantly contributed to building over 3,000 cohesive communities across the Philippines, and more than 5,000 local leaders work in solidarity with poor communities, volunteers, local government units, and private institutions. So, this is from their website. So these communities allow us to listen to their most pressing concerns and inform us how best we can respond to their needs. So we ask you to please support them. Thank you very much for joining us today. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtatangkilik sa aming programa. Please be safe and be well. Hanggang sa susunod. Until next time. This is Doris Bauer, your Philippine Nurse host, signing off for now.
Just like a friend from back home.
This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio.